Hello, lovely yogi. Welcome to Flow with Shreya. I'm Shreya, and today I'm bringing you another pose breakdown. Today we'll be going over Warrior 3. Warrior 3 is a standing balancing posture. And today I'm going over all the tips and tricks and how to get in and out of the pose, variations, modifications, to make it more accessible to you. Remember, yoga meets you where you are, so there's no reason you can't practice this pose. If you want to learn a little bit more about Warrior 3, come flow with me. Warrior 3 is a single leg standing balance, and this can feel intimidating to some, but don't worry, there are many different ways to make this accessible to everyone. So if you feel like you're having difficulty balancing or have a little bit of fear in attempting this posture, I recommend you grab a couple of blocks if you have them, or stacks of heavy stable books. And if you can practice near a stable wall, go ahead and move yourself there. So there are a few different ways to get into Warrior 3. The simplest is just standing in mountain pose and going directly into it. So at the top of your mat, find strength and balance in your feet. Engage your legs and quads, engage your core, bring the palms to heart center. Now shifting all of your weight onto your right foot, begin to lift the left leg. Then gently begin to tip forward, hinging at the hips as you send the left leg back. A slight bend in the front knee may help you balance here. And you can flex the back foot, pressing the heel back behind you. You want to try to keep your hips as square as possible towards your mat here. And if you lose your balance, that's totally fine. We'll get right back into it. If you feel like you're losing balance, you can take a supported Warrior 3, where you just grab your blocks, bring them out in front of you, and use it as a place to rest your fingertips or palms. This will help you get that back foot higher, but the goal in Warrior 3 isn't necessarily to get the back foot as high as possible. This will come as you gain flexibility in your legs. The goal is just to balance. Taking a peek slightly ahead of you. Exhale, bend both knees. Find yourself in a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold once more. Inhale, rise up all the way. We'll find mountain pose once more. And then we'll go into Warrior 3 on the opposite side. Whether it's supported or not, the choice is yours. So bringing the palms to heart center, find yourself in mountain pose. Again, find the strength, engage the core. Continue to breathe as you go through this. Shift your weight onto your left foot. As you hinge forward at the hips, find a point you can gaze at steadily. This normally helps you with balance. Again, flex the back heel. Breathe in and out. So as much as you want to get your spine, leg, and body all in one line, remember, that's not the goal. If you're here, this is Warrior 3 too. Over time and with practice, you'll get deeper and deeper into the posture. And again, if you fall out of it, just get right back into it. Balance is just as much a state of mind as it is physical. Exhale, bend the knees, find yourself in a forward fold. Grab onto opposite forearms or elbows. Just hang here in your ragdoll, finding some shifts side to side. Release your fingertips. Inhale, rise all the way up. So as I mentioned, balance is just as much a state of mind as it is physical. So if you're finding yourself on a day where you're particularly stressed out and there's a lot going on in your mind, you might find it harder to balance physically. And you might even notice that this happens in your day-to-day life. If you're feeling extra clumsy, it might be because you need the time to find stillness and to find your center, find balance within you. When you practice balancing postures like this one on your mat, you're working that muscle, you're working the balance not only in your body, but also in your mind. So if you feel a little bit of fear of falling, or you just don't feel confident doing this freely on your mat, you can come near a wall and grab onto the wall for balance. So the first thing you'll need to do is find the distance you want to be from the wall. So just pick an arbitrary distance and inhale, send your arms up. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Try to get yourself to a point where you're creating a 90-degree angle with your body in the wall. And once you're here in this space, shift all of your weight into your right foot. Inhale, send the left leg back. Again, the tendency here is for the hip to want to open up, but in Warrior 3, you want the hips to be closed and square towards the floor. Now you can point your toes here if it feels like you're able to engage the back leg even more. But I encourage you to press the heel back to lengthen the hamstring here. The more comfortable you feel, the more stability you feel, you can start backing yourself away from the wall and releasing your arms if you'd like. Exhale, bring the left foot down. Press yourself back away from the wall, and we'll try that again on the opposite side. So finding that distance, take a moment first to hinge at the hips, reach for the wall, and place your palms on the wall. Now you can do this on a countertop as well if that feels more comfortable to you. Sending all of your weight into your left foot. Inhale, send the right leg back. Again, try to align your hips with each other. Engage the core. Engage and send energy through the inner arch of your left leg. Press through all four corners of the left foot. Breathe in and out. Exhale, release the leg. Find yourself in a forward fold. You can find a ragdoll here again if you'd like. Inhale, rise up. Another way to make this accessible with the wall is to place the back foot on the wall. So this time, take a moment here to face the wall first and find the distance of your leg from the wall. Once you've found it, place both feet down and turn around. Bringing your palms to heart center, send all of your weight into your left foot. Press through all four corners of the left foot and lift energetically up through the inner arch all the way towards the ceiling. With your palms at heart center, begin to gently bend, hinge at the hips, send your right leg back. And if you feel like you've gotten the distance a little bit wrong, you can adjust here, sending the leg back. Press the heel against the wall. Breathe here and find your balance. Exhale, come back to center and shake it out. Now we'll go to the opposite side. Sending all of your weight into your right foot. You can take the time to engage the core, find your balance first, then hinging at the hips, send the left leg back towards the wall. Press the heel against the wall. Breathe in and out. Slight bend in both knees is completely acceptable. Exhale and release. So these are just a few different ways to make Warrior 3 accessible to you if you feel like balance is not your friend. Over time, with practice, not only in Warrior 3, but also in other postures, you'll gain the strength, flexibility, mobility, and balance to do this pose freely on your mat with great control. If you feel more balanced on one leg than the other, that's totally normal. We tend to live our life in a way where we use one side more than the other, and this manifests in our yoga postures on our mat as well. So you may want to focus a little bit extra on that weaker side when you practice on your mat so you can find more balance in day-to-day life. Now there are a few different variations you can take with your arms when it comes to Warrior 3. Let's go over those now. Standing on your mat, send all of your weight into one foot. Exhale, send the opposite leg back as you hinge at the hips. Palms can stay at heart center. Another option here is to take your arms up overhead, finding the length in your entire body. Engage the core. If you're wobbling, you're building strength. Another option is to airplane your arms. Send your arms by your sides, behind you. Exhale your way back to center. Different variations of arms may feel a little bit more comfortable for you or may help you find that extra little bit of balance as well. So try all of them out and notice how you feel. Let's do the same thing on the opposite side. So beginning with the palms at heart center, shift your weight to the opposite leg. Exhale, hinge at the hips, send the back leg back. Find your balance first, and then send your arms out overhead. Core is engaged. Exhale the arms back, airplane them. Exhale, come back to center. Shake it out. You may have noticed I myself have a little bit more balance on my left leg than I do on my right. Even yoga teachers wobble and fall out of balancing postures. It's totally normal. It should not stop you from practicing these postures. Have fun with it. Now, from the top of your mat or from a standing posture is only one way you can get into Warrior 3. There are many other ways you can get in and out of this pose. One of my favorite ways to do it is from a crescent lunge. So sitting at the top of your mat, bring your palms to heart center. As you exhale, send the left leg back. Heel is up, pressing back, lower and down. Find your crescent lunge. Keeping your palms at heart center, as you exhale, hinge forward from your hips, creating a straight line all the way from the back leg to your spine. Breathe here, and as you exhale with your core engaged, lift the back leg, shift into your Warrior 3. Find your breath. Exhale, come back down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, frame the right foot, step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold once more. Inhale and rise all the way up. Now you can see how that can also be done from down dog to crescent lunge to Warrior 3. Another way to get into it and incorporate some mobility work is from a single leg Tadasana. So finding your feet firmly on the mat, shift your weight to your left foot, inhale, lift the right knee. This is your single leg Tadasana. As you exhale, press the heel back. Find your Warrior 3. Engage the core, inhale, bring the right leg forward. Exhale, press the right heel back, Warrior 3. Inhale, bring the right knee up. Exhale, plant the right knee down. So you can see how Warrior 3 can be incorporated into vinyasa flows to work on balance, strength, flexibility, and mobility within your practice. Remember, you can make this pose accessible to you using blocks or the wall, and over time, you'll be able to practice it freely on your mat. The key is to keep your hips square towards the floor, find balance, and keep both legs engaged and keep your spine as straight as you can. I hope this gave you some tips on Warrior 3 and you found this pose breakdown helpful. And if you did, please share this with your friends and loved ones so we can share this information and knowledge with more and more people. It always means a lot to me if you take a second to click the thumbs up button below and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Let me know in the comments below which pose breakdown you'd like to see next. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.